In the heart of the delta, by the banks of the winding river, lay the prosperous Urobo town of Ugeli. Here lived a young man named Efe, a name that meant wealth. Yet Efe possessed little more than the clothes on his back and the eagerness in his heart. His father, Olorogun, was a respected elder whose compound was modest, but whose stores were always full from steady, honest labor. Efe was restless. When the traders from the coast arrived with their dazzling European fabrics and shiny copper pots, Eve longed to buy them instantly, to show the world that his name matched his destiny. One evening, seeing the troubled look in his son's eye, Olorogun called Efe to sit with him by the crackling fire. "My son, Efe, I know your heart desires the fine things you see in the market," the elder began, his voice low and firm. "But true respect is earned, not bought with borrowed silver. Listen to the wisdom that holds up the community. Grow wealth and live within your means." Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. A free man is one who owns only what he can pay for." Efe listened with one ear and dismissed the caution with the other. "How can I grow wealthy if I look poor?" he thought. The very next market day, Efe sought out Ovudo, a cunning trader known for lending money at a high price. Efe borrowed a huge sum, enough to buy the most elaborate damask wrapper, a gleaming bicycle he didn't need, and to host a feast grander than his sister's wedding. For a few short weeks, Efe walked with a proud swagger. The village women praised his clothes, and the young men envied his bounty. But the wet season ended, and the time for repayment arrived. Ovudo, the lender, did not ask gently. He marched into Efe's small compound, followed by his two large assistants, and demanded his money back, plus the crushing interest. Efe had spent everything and had no yam, no coin, and no honest trade to offer. "Since you cannot repay, the proverb is fulfilled," Ovudo announced, his voice booming for the whole village to hear. "The lender rules. Until your debt is cleared, you are my servant." Efe was stripped of his new wrapper. His prized bicycle was taken, and he was forced to follow Ovudo to the next village, carrying the man's heavy bales of cloth like a hired hand. The son of the respected Olorogun was now a servant, bound by his own impatient greed. It was many grueling months before Olorogun, heartbroken but resolute, managed to sell some of his stores to buy his son's freedom. When Efe finally returned, humbled and scarred, he went straight to his father's fire. "Father," Efe whispered, the tears of shame burning his cheeks. "I understand now. I rushed the river and found myself drowning in a flood of borrowed water. The debt was a chain around my soul." Olorogun nodded gently. "Go now, my son. Take up your hoe. Start small, sleep soundly, and let every seed you plant be your own. For the greatest wealth is not what you wear, but the freedom that comes from needing nothing you have not earned."